Plays it over to the back post. It's headed into the 6-yard box. Comes back out for the follow-up. What a strike that is from Antony. The man with the golden touch since joining Betis on loan.
Manchester United spent $86 million on Antony, expecting a superstar. A fast, skillful winger who could change games. But now, he's struggling, getting criticized, and even lost his spot in the team. How did things go so wrong? Was he not good enough? Did United make a mistake? Or is there still a way back for him? And just when people started to write him off, something unexpected happened. Stay till the end to find out. Antony Mateus dos Santos, better known as Antony, arrived at Manchester United in 2022 with huge expectations. The club paid around $95 million to sign him from Ajax, making him one of their most expensive transfers ever. Fans were excited, hoping he would bring his speed, dribbling, and creativity to Old Trafford. At Ajax, Antony was a star. In 82 games, he scored 24 goals and provided 22 assists. He was quick, skillful, and had a dangerous left foot. Plus, he had already played for Brazil's national team, showing he could perform at the highest level. It seemed like United had found their next big attacking player. His debut was promising. He even scored on his first Premier League game against Arsenal. But as time passed, things didn't go as planned. In 3 seasons, he managed only 5 goals in the Premier League. His performances became inconsistent, and fans started to question if he was worth the huge price tag. Some blamed the pressure. Others said he struggled with the physicality of the English league. Whatever the reason, his time at United didn't live up to expectations. Now he's on loan at Real Betis, hoping for a fresh start. Antony's time at Manchester United didn't go as expected. He came in with a big price tag and big expectations, but things never really clicked. In 3 seasons, he played 62 Premier League games and scored just 5 goals. For a player signed for nearly $95 million, that is not what fans were hoping for. One of his biggest struggles was adjusting to the Premier League. In the Eredivisie, he had more time on the ball, but in England, defenders didn't give him space. The game was faster, more physical, and Antony found it hard to make an impact. Former players even pointed out that he might be better suited to a league where he gets more freedom to play his natural game. Then there was the issue of tactics. Some experts believe United's system just didn't work for him. He was often predictable, cutting inside onto his left foot every time, and opponents quickly figured him out. A Betis legend even said Antony's struggles was more about how he was used than his actual ability. Off the pitch, things weren't great either. He missed several games due to personal issues, and Erik ten Hag admitted outside pressures were affecting his performances. When a player's mind isn't 100% on football, it's hard to perform at the highest level. And then there's confidence. When you don't score, when fans and media criticize you, when you're benched, your self-belief takes a hit. Antony looked like a player who had lost his spark, and instead of improving, his form kept dropping. Now he's got a fresh start at Real Betis. Whether he can turn things around is the big question. Maybe a new league, less pressure, and a different style of play will help him find his best form again. What do you think? Can Antony revive his career at Betis? Or was he never cut out for the Premier League? Let me know in the comments below. Antony joined Real Betis on a 6-month loan in January 2025, hoping to turn things around after a tough time at Manchester United. Betis, coached by Manuel Pellegrini, plays attacking football, which fits Antony's style much better. Here he gets more freedom to dribble, create chances, and show his skills, something he struggled to do at United. The deal wasn't cheap for Betis. They agreed to pay 84% of his £200,000 a week salary, showing they really believe in him. And so far, he's been proving them right. In his debut against Athletic Bilbao, he played a key role in the opening goal, helping his team to a 2-2 draw. A week later, he scored his first goal for Betis in a 3-2 match against Celta Vigo. Off the pitch, things are looking good too. There are a few Brazilian players at Betis, making Antony feel more at home. A fresh start in Spain, a team that suits his strengths, and a coach who trusts him. This could be exactly what he needs to get his career back on track. Antony's time at Real Betis has been a mix of exciting highs and frustrating lows. Since arriving in January 2025, he has shown glimpses of the player that once made Manchester United spend big. In just a few games, he's already making an impact. His debut against Athletic Bilbao was electric. He assisted a crucial goal and was named player of the match in a 2-2 draw. He didn't stop there. Against Celta Vigo, he scored a brilliant goal, cutting inside and curling the ball into the top corner. Then, in a European clash against Gent, he fired a long-range shot into the net, helping Betis secure a 3-0 win. But the real highlight? His performance against Real Sociedad. He smashed in a stunning volley and set up another goal in a dominant 3-0 victory. Betis fans started believing they had a star on their hands. However, things took a turn. In a match against Getafe, Antony provided a brilliant assist, but later got carried away and made a reckless tackle in stoppage time, earning himself a red card. That means he'll miss the next game against Real Madrid, a match where Betis could have really used his creativity. Despite the setback, his time in Spain has been promising. He looks sharper, more confident, and finally like the player many expected him to be. If he keeps this up, he might just convince Betis to make the move permanent, or prove to Manchester United that he's worth another shot. Antony's future is at a crossroads. His loan to Real Betis is set to end after the 2024-25 season, with no option for Betis to buy him outright. This means he's expected to return to Manchester United. However, his impressive performances in Spain have sparked discussions about what comes next. Real Betis' CEO, Ramon Alarcon, has hinted at the possibility of keeping Antony longer. He mentioned that there's good chemistry between Betis and Manchester United, and if Antony continues to perform well, they might explore options for him to stay. But Betis isn't exactly swimming in cash, so meeting Manchester United's price could be tricky. From Manchester United's perspective, they invested heavily in Antony, spending around £86 million to bring him from Ajax. Given their recent financial challenges, they might be open to selling him to recoup some funds, but they'll want a decent return on their investment, which could be a hurdle for Betis. Antony's resurgence at Betis has also caught the eye of other European clubs. If he keeps up his current form, he might attract offers from teams willing to meet Manchester United's valuation. Alternatively, he could return to Old Trafford with renewed confidence, aiming to prove himself once more in the Premier League. In short, Antony's next move will depend on his performances for the rest of the season, Betis' financial situation, and interest from other clubs. It's a situation worth keeping an eye on. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and share your thoughts on the comments below.